Hello my friends, this is Linol Anderson here with you guys with a brand new YouTube BitChute video, and in today's video we got a couple things to talk about. Alright, some things happening on the world stage regarding the WW3 situation, and even some Civil War news in the good old USA. That's right, it's looking like they want to bring back this military draft. That's right, mandatory conscription for certain individuals, okay, ages 18 to 26, both male and females. That's right, we got news for that. That means they're going to try and force some of y'all to go to war. And if you don't, consequences, jail time, prison. That's right, and we're going to get into it, okay, my friends? And then I want to talk to you guys about how it's looking like there's plans for a civil war with election time regarding what's going on with the whole Trump-Biden situation. I got a troubling clip to show you, so stay tuned for that as well. So let's just get right into it, my friends. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Smash the like button. Alright. So yeah, I got a couple videos to show you guys of the big news that's going on with this draft situation in the USA. So let's just take a look.
So all men aged 18 to 26 will be automatically enrolled in the selected service system according to a new plan from House lawmakers. Right, this is the federal database used for a military draft in case of a national emergency. And currently, you're required to register, and if you don't, you could face possible jail time, be ineligible for federal programs, or be permanently ineligible for federal and state employment. Though you likely don't even remember ever registering for this, and that's because when you take out federal student loans, you're automatically registered. And in some states, it happens when you get a driver's license or register to vote. However, 2 years ago, they actually removed it from the student loan process, which raised the amount of unregistered people. So instead of facing jail time or complications in your future for not registering for something you've never heard of, they're just going to automate it. With the plan expected to be finalized by Congress this fall, and it's being viewed as a cost-saving measure because there hasn't been a draft in over 50 years.
The U.S. could draft you tomorrow. Here's how. Every male 18 to 25 must register. No exceptions. Not just citizens. Immigrants too. Fail to register, face legal consequences. At war, birthday lottery picks the order. Your number's up, medical exam awaits. Pass, you're off to military training. Last draft, Vietnam War era. Could it happen again? Non-zero chance. Stay informed. Share this with who needs to know.
There you have it, my friends. So, as you could see, starting off with automatic registration. They kind of had it before, but you were required to register. But, you know, a lot of people didn't. But now it's going to just be an automatic thing, okay? And, yeah, this is all over the news, all over. So they're putting it into the collective consciousness that this is happening. It's still got to go to Senate. It's passed in the House, but it's got to go to Senate still. And regardless if it passes or not, just the fact that this is in the public consciousness right now shows major things are coming, okay? Even if it doesn't pass, it will pass eventually once stuff really gets heated with this WW3 situation. We know there's been massive escalations in that situation. You guys saw my last video. I was talking about how they have warships in Cuba now, and they're right close to Miami. Yeah, so things are really escalating with that whole situation, and now that they're putting that out there, mandatory from ages 18 to 26, and it's not just United States of America. Germany's bringing it back. Okay, there's talk the UK wants to bring it back. Obviously, Russia has mandatory military service. Obviously, in the Ukraine, they're doing that. And I think, like, if you're under the age of 60, you can't even leave the country if you're a male. Okay? So, as things start getting crazier and crazier, it's going to happen all over the world. Since it's going to be World War, it's going to happen all over the world. Okay? As things get worse. And this isn't the first time it's happened, right? This has happened many times throughout history. This realm is a war realm, my friends. When's the last time humans haven't had war? It's been a really, really, really long time. See, the powers that be need the war. And I'm not just talking about humans here on Earth, which, yes, all the billionaire bankers and stuff profit. War brings in a lot of money, okay? But it's not just them who need the war. That's just a physical manifestation. It's the beings in the astral realm. It's the demiurge 40 AI needs it. Our energy, our suffering energy is its food. Same with the dirty, rotten reptilians in the stinking 4D there, okay? And all the other archons who are cut off from source. Wars, that's what they like, because there's so much suffering. So much suffering, so much death. Well, it's all part of the Great Matrix reset as well, right? A good old war resets the system, physically and spiritually, okay? So, just the fact that they're bringing back the draft, a lot of people think, oh, if that something happened in the past, it won't happen in my time. You're about to wake up. Weak times create, or good times create weak men, okay? And we've had good times the past how many years now, okay? With no war in Western countries, okay? And what's happened? Look at the generations we have now. Weak. Well, this has happened many, many, many times. And hard times create strong men, because they got to actually become a man at that point when things get tough. So we're about to see the collapse of the civilization. Now, in regards to this draft, okay? You don't want to participate, my friends? Then that would be fantastic. Because what would happen if, they're going to start drafting people, but everybody refused? So I'm not doing it. Because as of right now, if somebody refuses, you're getting jail. It's a felony. You're going to go away, okay? To prison. That's how it's always been. They'd send you to prison. But what if everybody said, not doing it? Okay? Let me tell you something right now. The most powerful words that you could use in the coming years, and not just with this draft situation, although you need to do this for the draft situation, but with everything. If they come up with new scamdemics or anything that goes against what you want to do, these powerful words is, I do not consent. You hear me? Get that to your heads right now, okay? Burn it into your mind. I do not consent. Oh, it's powerful. You see, they need our consent to do these things to us. And unfortunately, people give in due to fear and do things they don't want to do. How many people in all the previous wars where the draft was mandatory didn't want to do it, but because of fear of consequences, they went ahead and did it? And what happened to them? They died, or if they didn't die, they had to murder somebody else. Imagine that. Are you prepared to murder somebody, my friends? Like, kill them, take away their life, and slaughter. All for who? Old Joe Biden? Justin Trudeau? Donald Trump, even if he gets in? You ready to die for these clowns? These puppets of the NWO? Who you're really dying for, remember, who you're really dying for is the demiurge. For the demonic astral demons, astral reptilians. That's who you're dying for. That's who you're feeding. So whatever the consequences may be, and I don't care if it's the draft, it's another scamdemic, they want to get you to take a thing that you don't want to take, this time, you got nothing else to lose. I do not consent. You say it, you make it clear. And whatever consequences you have, you deal with it. Because if you don't, the results are going to be much worse. Okay? At least if you're in a friggin' jail cell, do you know what you could do in a jail cell or in a prison cell? It gives you a lot of time to go inward. Okay? It gives you a lot of time to meditate, because you're not going to have time to do much else. Hey, who knows? Maybe you could get some books. You could read some books in jail. Maybe you could get some books shipped in, some stuff. You could educate yourself in prison at least, and you could really go within, and that will strengthen your ascension journey. What's better, doing that or going and murdering somebody and getting yourself killed and harvested in a state of fear? Oh yeah, you're not going to make it out of the matrix that way. I'll tell you that. If you go off into war, Not gonna happen, okay? You're gonna be in such a low vibrational state, you'll guarantee to be reincarnated again. You know, we're right at the end here. Do not be in fear. I always tell you guys that. Do not be in fear with the things that are happening. Stay positive, stay in a high vibration. Don't feed into their fear propaganda, but these things have happened before in our realm, and it's going to happen again. So try to manifest your best timeline, but if you do find yourself in this position, try to make the best of it. Go F yourselves. I do not consent. Do your jail term, or whatever, and take that time to go within, turn it into a positive situation. As much as jail may suck, whatever the situation may be, it's better than killing other people. It's better than serving the reptilian agenda and the demiurge agenda to give them your loosh. I'm not doing it. I'm telling you that right now. Okay? So don't be afraid of these things. I want to talk about the Civil War in America now, but before we do, like I said, don't be in fear, be prepared, because as these things start happening and the war gets active, you know, the entire civilization could shut down for a period of time. So if you don't have food and water stocked up, what the heck are you doing? Don't just sit there, okay, and say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it this now. Do it now, okay? Start stocking up food, water. Start getting canned goods, okay? That'll last you a long time. Or, big show to my sponsors. I've been talking about these guys quite a bit. Heaven's Harvest. Right there, okay? Organic food buckets, okay? You got over 62 servings of organic food, but it'll probably be even more than that. That's just, they have to label it that. It'll probably last you even longer. 62 servings of organic freeze-dried food, okay? Lasts you up to 20 years. You can buy a few of those, okay? And I'll leave the link to that down below. But you'll also want to get yourself some seeds, because the entire food supply chain is going to shut down once these wars pop off, okay? You're going to be dependent on government food, stinking crickets that they give you, and lab-grown meat, and all their mRNA-filled vegetables. Oh, you better believe it. But, you know, if you have your own seeds and you start growing your own food, maybe you could have your own untainted food supply. These are non-GMO, organic, heirloom vegetable seeds. They also have water filters, emergency water filters. You could only live 3 days without water, they say. So shit hits the fan, no more water. Well, you could get one of these water filters, take it from any source. You could go to a dirty old lake and you could filter that water and have it to drink. It's a great investment. It's all on Heaven's Harvest, okay? Link is down below. I even got a coupon code that'll be in the description that you could use, get you 10% off and free shipping in the United States. Now's not the time, whether you want to get yourself a food bucket or if you don't want to do that and go and get canned food, whatever it is. You got to have, it'd be nice to have a year's worth of food, really. But at the very least, 3 months, okay? If you don't, and shit hits the fan, well, you're going to be wishing you did, let's just say that, okay? Once people start going hungry, they start getting crazy. It'll be unsafe to even go outside because people are going to be losing their minds, doing who knows what, and this is going to take us to our Civil War little thing. But the point I'm trying to make, if you have 3 months worth of food, you don't have to go out into the dangerous streets, try and find yourself some food and go crazy hungry. Stock up now. So the Civil War, as we got all these stuff popping off with WW3, America's about to go to war. Not only with Russia, China, and all that situation, but with themselves. And that's exactly what they want, you know. You guys saw that movie, Leave This World Behind. They laid it right out on Netflix there. Said the way you destabilize the own country from within. It's a war tactic of psychological, or of warfare, okay? Of the powers that be, you could say. They want to collapse America. That's what they do. Okay, so that's how they do it, from within. So that's why you got Trump, Biden, that whole time, all the media sitting there hating on Donald Trump all the time. That was all pre-planned. They knew exactly what they're doing. They're probably all buddies behind the scenes cracking beers, laughing, because their plan of divide and conquer worked, and it started all the way back when Trump first started running for president in 2015. Everybody fell for that age-old tactic, thinking, oh, everybody's against Trump, so he must be good. Meanwhile, it's all a big show, it's all staged, and it was to divide America, and here we are, and especially with the 2020, the rigged election then. They're all rigged. Every single election you've ever seen is rigged, but they made that one known to you because they want the Civil War, they want the tension. As you could see, we had the January 6th incident, which a million people showed up, and then, of course, it was a false flag operation there. But the tension's been building and rising, okay? All part of the plan, because they want Civil War. Another good movie that just came out, Civil War, the movie, showing Civil War in the United States. It's predictive programming by Hollywood because it's part of their agenda. Okay, they needed Trump for this, and Biden. They had to put a really stupid guy in like Biden, old dementia, Alzheimer's, to make it obvious that he's nuts and shouldn't be in charge, and then they want the hero savior in, who happens to be a Zionist billionaire connected to some evil people and done some pretty horrible things in his day as well, and stuff that serves the NWO agenda. But he told you what you wanted to hear, right? He told you what you wanted to hear, so he's going to come save you. Oh yeah, all part of the show. And as you could see, the plan is, with this election, to start the Civil War. And how's that going to happen? Well, take a look at what this lady has said. What is going to happen if Trump, if they rig the election against Trump again and Biden gets in? Take a look.
Trump will win in an 82 million landslide. Not only will Donald Trump win in an 82 million landslide, but if they try and take it from him, if they try and put Biden in, I've spoken to great people in Portland, in Florida, and they say, we're all in, we're done. We will fight, we will join the militia, and we'll fight back. So,
really?
Yeah, America's gearing up for the fight. There's going to be a showdown.
That's what I was always thinking.
It's coming.
We can't let it happen.
The storm is coming. It's really hot. Almost as hot as me.
The Q storm.
It's not as hot as you.
It's hot. Well, come on. The storm is coming.
There you have it, my friends. They're going to start up some militias. If they rig it again and then Biden gets back in, they're going to start up a militia, which means a people's army, and they're going to forcefully remove Biden. And she even said, the storm is coming. Oh, that's the Q crap, right? Been dealing with Q for how long now? Storm is coming, mass arrests, martial law, Trump's coming in. It never happened, right? Well, see, Q is a CIA-created disinformation campaign. It made real truthers look crazy. It was to discredit us. They gave a little bit of truth with a whole lots of disinformation and lies. But they kept pumping out that narrative that the storm is coming, mass arrests. And of course, it's a story of the boy who cried wolf, right? It never happened. They would set a date, it's going to happen this day, nothing happens. Well, my friends, I'm here to tell you, and I even did a whole video on this. I'll put the link at the end where I go much further into this topic. But it is going to happen, believe it or not. It's probably going to happen around this election time or into 2025 or whatever's going to go on. But not because of the white hats and Donald Trump's a good guy and he's got God on his side. No. It's because it's part of the plan. It's part of the agenda. It's an NWO CIA operation. Okay? Storm is coming is NWO CIA psychological operation Storm. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And it's going to cause the chaos. And it's going to pop off this civil war between people, the left and the right. Absolutely. It's all going to be one big giant show. And there will be the mass arrests. And Donald Trump is going to forcefully come back in as the president. And obviously that's going to cause the civil war between the left and the right. But it's also going to give them a chance to initiate martial law. Okay? And yeah, things are going to get pretty ugly. And you're going to lose a lot of your freedoms in that time, but Trump's going to try and make it look like he's the good guy. He might even do a few good things, right? Maybe he will stop the wars. He say, I'm going to stop the wars with Russia and everything. Maybe he will, because it's all part of the plan. It's all scripted, right? But it's just to get you to trust him even more. He's your hero character, right? He's got to do a few good things. Meanwhile, he will be the one eventually to introduce the beast system, digital IDs, CBDCs, even though he just said the other day he wants cryptocurrency but not the CBDC. Oh yeah, okay. Says the guy who called himself the father of the and locked you down and launched Operation Warp Speed. See, they tell you what you want to hear. Obviously, they want to gain your trust. They want your votes. Obviously, he's going to tell you what you want to hear. Have you ever heard of politicians telling people what they wanted to hear before, and then they get into office and they don't do it? Oh, that's never happened before, eh? Come on! They've always done that. Why are people so dumb to think that he's going to carry through with that? He's not. Remember, he said he was going to lock up Hillary. Did he lock up Hillary? No, he didn't. The second he got into office, I remember watching an interview, they asked him, so, are you going to arrest Hillary Clinton? He says, no, why would I do that? She's a good people. I wouldn't do that to her. And of course, he didn't do that. He told them he was going to. I remember, I fell for it. I was like, yeah, he's going to lock her up. But, I was a lower level of consciousness back then. But, obviously, he didn't do it. And it's the same thing. I'm not going to do the CBDC. He'll come out. He'll give you a cryptocurrency. It'll be the CBDC. It's going to be part of the beast system. They need a good salesman to get the people to accept it. Because if it was old Joe Biden coming out here trying to tell you you need to take the CBDC and all that, nobody would go for it. Not even the people on the left. Nobody wants the CBDC. Okay? Every country they've tried to enact it has pretty much failed. And the digital IDs. People, even the Democrats, even the people who are really brainwashed, know it's not good. And you think Joe Biden's going to come in there and sell that to the masses? Not going to happen. Okay? So, they need a good salesman. Well, who better than a salesman than your Lord and Savior, Donald Trump, the hero? He'll come right in there, tell you it's what we need. It's what we need. Maybe it'll be the Nicera Jezera. We've been hearing that psyop for so long now. The quantum financial system. Maybe that's what they'll call it. The quantum financial system. Oh, Hero Trump is going to tell you, I'm going to give you free money too. You accept this? You're going to get universal basic income. I'm going to give you the money. I'm going to do it. Right? He's going to make it like that. I'm such a good guy. I'm giving it to you. Oh, yeah. Free money. Meanwhile, universal basic income is a huge NWO agenda. And, when he decides to lock you down again like he did last time and bring out another thing that they want you to get, guess what? If you don't take all your shots and your boosters and whatever, you ain't getting that free money. That's how bad it's eventually going to get. That's why they're doing this whole thing. It's all part of the Depop agenda. It's a way to control people and enslave people. That's why it's the beast system. Okay? So I'm not saying all these things to offend anybody if you're a Trump supporter still. I want to make that clear. It's just some tough love to try and wake you guys up. Okay? Because this is what's happening. You can't trust a multi-billionaire man who's a Zionist, supporter of Israel. You can't do it. The evidence is there that he's been owned by the Rothschilds since day one, going back many years, okay? You can't trust anybody. Presidents are selected, not elected. How many, everything's been rigged. It's always been that way. They will never actually allow you to have any power, okay? Put anybody in actual power. They'll always be controlled, okay? We must fix the system ourselves, because there's no hero character coming to save you. Okay, there is a hero character coming to save us, but it's me, it's you, it's all of us. We could only save ourselves. But as far as a government person coming in who's part of the system, like Trump is, it's not going to happen. Okay, so tough love. You guys need to hear it. I still love all you guys, but it needs to be said, because if people don't wake up to this, they're going to fall into the Civil War agenda. They're going to get harvested of all their loosh because of politics. And you guys want the Great Awakening, you gotta stop falling for this crap, right? Because it's an age-old tactic, and they keep repeating it and doing it over and over and over again. So now's the time to wake up out of the trance, my friends. Now's the time to stop the cycle. Now is the time to take back your sovereignty. And if enough people can have this awakening and not comply, I do not comply with anything that they try to push on us, and enough people do it, that's when the tables turn and the cards collapse for the powers that be. And hopefully at some point we could find a much better system that's based on actually we the people and not the globalist billionaire elites, to come up with a better system to operate society without the corruption. There's got to be a better way, because this government system, the govern your mental system, that's what government means, it's not working. It never has worked because it was designed to not work right from the very start. It was designed, the Anunnaki gave people their governments and the government systems thousands of years ago in the Sumerian times. That it goes all the way back to that first civilization that we know of. And the same process is just repeated. The reptilians themselves gave us our government system and our monetary system and everything, okay? It was never designed for you to actually have a choice and put somebody in there who's going to be against them. And the few people who have went against the agenda, which they are originally a part of it, but maybe they did have a little bit of consciousness left in them and said, hey, this isn't right, was probably that JFK guy, I guess Lincoln. I guess those were the two presidents that got assassinated. I think there was one other. And who knows, maybe that was a psychological operation as well. I'm not sure. But one thing's for sure, if they ever did refuse to go along with the agenda, they'd be taken out. Okay? And I do believe they're going to take out Trump at some point. But I don't think it's actually going to... I think he's just going to stage it and go underground. What a great way to pop off that civil war is if they kill Trump. Staged thing, and he just goes underground, his underground bunker, and lives out the rest of his life. That's probably what's going to happen, to be honest with you guys, in the near future. Okay, so that's it. That's all I got to say for today's video. Remember, if you're going to take away anything from this video, it's I do not consent. We wouldn't be in this mess if everybody did that right from the start. There would be nobody to fight these wars if nobody showed up. But now, unfortunately, that's not the case either, because the future of warfare is AI, and they're going to get the AI to fight the wars. And I know I'm going to start going into a whole nother rant here if I go down this topic. But let's just say they're always going to want humans in the wars, though, because they need to harvest our loge at the end of the day. They need our energy. So that's why it won't ever totally just be AI. But they're going to make sure the humans are suffering one way or another. But already we're seeing a rise in the AI, but still the humans are still suffering. But it's scary stuff. Okay, like I said, topic for another day. That'll be a topic, AI and warfare. Okay, so make sure you subscribe. As I say, subscribe to survive if you enjoyed today's video. And if you really like my videos, you could head on down to Patreon, where I got exclusive content you don't get anywhere else. We got the Ascend to 5D class, health class, and we also got the occult class where I'm teaching you guys hidden knowledge. It's fantastic. Link is down below in the description. If you'd like to just simply buy old Linol a coffee, you can do that as well. I'm on the website Buy Me a Coffee. Any support really helps the channel and helps myself as well. And of course, I'll send you some free videos as a thank you, because I never like to just take anything without giving, you know. So you'll definitely get some videos sent to your email. Always means the most just to hear how I did. So leave a comment down below. I know today's video was a little intense. I went on a bit of a rant. Let me know. Do you like my rants? Do you like it when I get all worked up like this? Because if you do, trust me, I could do it more. I could go all Alex Jones on y'all. So leave the comments down below. Alright, thank you so much for watching, my friends. Until next time, old Linol signing off. Cheerio.